everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Hannah, and Bucket, of course. I know the lighting really sucks. I tried opening my blinds all the way, and I got these little marks from the sun. So I decided to go ahead and close them as much as I could without the lighting getting too weird. And this is kind of what we have to work with, so I am sorry. Ignore the TV. Bucket's here. That's a bonus. I decided to start a series. Now, if you remember, a couple months ago, or about a month ago, I wanted to do like a Disney themed series, but I don't quite have the equipment to do the costume makeup just yet. But that is something that I do want to eventually get once we move and have more space for me to keep that kind of stuff and more money. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put that on hold. Disney's coming out with so many incredible movies right now, so if you do want me to start doing more wearable looks, I can definitely go ahead and start doing that. But for now, the costume is on hold. But I do want to start a series of bright makeup tutorials. As some of you may know, I already got the James Charles palette just recently. And so, you know, this is the mother lode of bright colors. And I have a couple other bright colored palettes. And I've been really into doing bright colors lately to the point where I thought, you know what, I've been wearing bright colors almost every day this week. Let's make a series out of it. So today we're going to do a fire-inspired look. Almost anytime I do, not anytime, but like a lot of the times, I'll ask my husband Jared, hey, do you pick out 2 colors and I'll make a look out of it. Today he chose yellow, orange, and red. That's 3 colors. But he chose those color combination because he said it would look like fire, and he kind of gave me pretty much the template of what he thinks it would look cool. He said yellow in the crease, then orange, and then red on the lid. And I have a little bit of like, oh, I probably should have grabbed it out. I have some glitter. And glitter for an everyday at work usually is not the option, but I have this cool palette here with some red kind of tones, so I thought this might be a look to put like a little bit, like just like a tiny bit of glitter. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to be using most of the James Charles palette today, just because it has pretty much all the colors I need. But if you know who Laura Lee is, she's a YouTuber here on YouTube. She has her own company called Laura Lee Los Angeles, and she has this little palette called Party Animal, and I want to use this orange shade. So that's the only shade from another palette that I'll be using today, but for the most part we are using James Charles. I've primed with ColourPop, and since I have been doing bright colors lately, my eyes are kind of stained, which happens when you use a lot of pigments and stuff. So let's go ahead and jump in, but anyway, the concealer covers it up kind of a little bit. So this is what the James Charles palette looks like. It is the ultimate palette for anyone who wants to play with color. It is amazing. So let's go ahead and just have some fun. A lot of times you'll find online at BH Cosmetics and different companies bright colored eyeshadow palettes. Most of the times it's either mattes or it's shimmers. You don't really get a good mix of glitter, shimmer, and mattes. This palette gives you all of that in one. I was a little skeptical about, you know, spending $40 on a makeup palette that was from Morphe, you know, I mean, that's normally the price of this, but, you know, I was just like, it's bright colors, but I could find a cheaper palette. But then after playing with this, I really feel like this palette is amazing. So we're going to start off with this yellow shade, then we're going to use this orange shade, we're going to play around with these 2 shades, and then we're going to start off with this shade as the transition. So if that made kind of sense, I do have the name card here for the palette. I've been meaning to like cut these names off and stick them underneath their names because there's room. So the first shade we're going to take is called Canvas. This one's just a nudie tone, and I'm going to use the Laura Lee palette kind of as a little mirror. I've noticed that my hand has been hurting more when I grab a bigger palette for a mirror, so I'm going to try using a smaller one and see if that helps me out any. So let's see. I have a brush somewhere. There we go. We're going to take the shade Canvas, like I said, all over. Oh, I need to smooth out these creases that are forming and set them in place, set the eye in place with Canvas. Now, I wish I would have planned a little bit more for this look and gotten a really rad pair of false lashes. I think that would look so cool if I got like a unique one. But today, we're just going to go kind of basic. I do have false lashes I'll probably will be applying. I tend to mush my words together, if you have not already noticed that. Now you have. But I just thought for the purpose of this video, we're just gonna go with what I have. So now I'm gonna take, I don't even know what shade this is. Let's see. I hate that Morphe's shades are not in order, if that makes sense. I'm taking the shade B, as in like the thing that flies around. It's a beautiful yellow shade. This one, we're gonna go ahead and start working into our crease, not the most pigmented yellow I've ever used by far. I have used other yellows from different brands that does pack a powerful punch, but this one is more, you know, a little more of a sheer yellow. Now, I do wish it was a little more pigmented. Maybe I need to switch my brush. Let's try that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye real quick. And then I'm going to switch my brush to a more defining brush. I don't know if I still have the picture in my camera roll on my phone, but if I do, I'll pop it up on the screen of a look I did recently using this color, and it turned out fine. So we're going to try a different brush, because I think maybe that's the main issue here. Let's see here. I do want to, when I move, get some little jars and baubles for me to put, like my brushes in, depending on what kind of brush it is, so I can see where everything is properly. I'm going to take a little more of a dense kind of brush. I mean, the color is definitely there. I mean, you can see it on my camera. My camera doesn't pick up color very well. I just think compared to other yellows, it's not, oh my goodness, this is the most amazing yellow ever, you know? So, that's okay though. This is kind of where we're going to stop with the yellow. I don't think I'm going to build it up anymore. I do want to take the shade Issa Party, which is almost like a green yellow from the Laura Lee palette, and this is called Party Animal is the name of the palette. And just try to add a little more of a neon essence to this look. I really want that yellow to pop under all the orange colors we're about to lay down. So I'm going to take the same brush and just cleaning it off on my hand. A lot of times when I go to work, I have yellow on my hand, or I have colors on my hand because I use the palm of my hand, or I'll use my wrist to kind of clean off the brush. We're going to take the shade, what's the shade? Let's see, number 4. Dang it, I keep doing this wrong. There we go. 518. I wonder what 518 means, because James Charles colors all mean something to him. So 518, maybe he talked about it in a video. If you guys know what 518 stands for, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm not quite sure. He probably mentioned it because I know he did go through what a lot of these colors mean to him, but I don't remember that particular one. Maybe it's like a specific room. So we're just packing this kind of underneath that yellow. I'm trying to build the bucket. You're a goofball. Anyway, I'm trying to build the color here. And Bucket's still on the bed, growling at himself. Build the color here underneath that yellow. We want that yellow to be popping out. See how it's popping out the top? That's how we want it. And then we're going to go in with Drinks, which is this beautiful orange shade from Laura Lee. And we're going to take that kind of on the outer area of the eye. And bring it kind of into the crease. I got lucky today. I got scheduled 1 hour later than I normally work. So I have a little more time to play around with colors today. Wednesdays tend to be my day where I do more of a, you know, look that I've done before. I've never done anything like this. Quite this kind of shades. But, so far, it's turning out not too bad. I had a burp. I really wish the yellows turned out so much better, but that's okay. That's what this is about. It's about playing with the colors, getting to know the colors. I do feel like I was able to get that yellow to build up a little bit more, so maybe it's the eye prime, or the fact that I'm using concealer today. If there's any science behind that, please let me know, because I am not scientific at all. So now I'm going to take kind of a flattish brush. This is from Cargo Cosmetics. I actually really like this brush for packing on color. He's bored. He's very bored. I'm going to have to play with him after this. For packing on color onto the eye. And I'm going to go back into Drinks with this wet brush. Pick up some color on the brush. And then try to build that pigmentation. Oh yeah, that worked a little bit better. Just so that we can get it like that. And I hope his whining does not annoy you. We haven't quite figured out why. But we played with him this morning. We've taken him out multiple times. Took him to the dog park this morning before I filmed this. After Jerry left for work, I took him out. We've done everything, and for some reason, it's like he always has to have attention. Once he's a puppy, I understand that, but it's starting to get a little bit annoying because we both work, and obviously I don't have all day to spend with him, and we wish we did. And please don't come after us that we're bad dog parents. It has nothing to do with that. It's honestly, we're not sure why he is more whiny than a newborn baby, and I don't understand why he cries all the time. So if you guys know anything behind that, please let us know. We're going to take another shade. We're going to take, I gotta figure out what shade this is. I keep doing this. Okay. You're Kidding is the name of this red shade. I'm excited to play with this one. Look how vibrant it is. I was going to do kind of a cut crease situation, but then I kind of talked myself out of it because, you know, I don't really want to do that today. I do have a look coming up soon featuring blues, pinks, and purples that I wear actually all the time. It's actually a look that I wear on a regular basis, so if you guys want to see that look created, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel because we'll have more videos coming up in our bright collection soon. I feel like if I were to collab with a company or if I had my own makeup brand, I would definitely have absolutely not. Lay down. Thank you. He was getting into things. I feel like I would definitely have a bright eyeshadow collection. It would definitely be very colorful because that's kind of up my alley. So, yeah. So now that we have that red down, we're going to take the shade right above it. Am I doing this right? I'm doing it wrong again. And it is called Rusted, and it is more of a shimmery kind of a red on the same brush. And that's going to go kind of on the center of the eye. Obviously, it's not going to pick up as much pigmentation because it is on a darker color, but we just want to add that for just a little bit of a highlight. So now we're going to take my blending brush, and we're just going to blend out all the colors. See how you have like the individual red, orange, and yellow? I just think it looks so, so pretty. The reason I'm not zoomed in, if you guys are watching this and I'm not zoomed in, it's because I have an editing system, the one I use for all my videos, and, you know, my videos used to not be edited, so it's kind of cool to see that I'm come to a place where I'm editing, but, they used to, anyway, it has an option to, like, zoom you in, and I'm going to see if that allows you to see the color without messing up the pixelation of the video, because whenever I zoom in with my fingers, on my screen, then it messes up the video pretty badly where it kind of pixelates it so it doesn't look as good. So I'm going to try to use that feature, but if you are not zoomed in, it means it did not work well. And so I just chose quality over the fact that it would mess up the video. So I'm loving how this is turning out. I want some shimmer, so let's grab a brush. Which brush shall we grab? I don't know. This one. We're going to grab this brush from BH Cosmetics. It's the 105 brush, and we're going to grab the shade Ring Light on this brush, and we're going to highlight above the eye. My eyebrows are going through, I don't know, they're like today they're so supernatural looking. Normally they look kind of thick. I'm just kind of going through a process of learning how to really do my eyes properly, but here we go. Gotta blend out that concealer. I really like how this is turning out, but I do want to go in with some glitter. So let's grab some glitter glue. Let's see, what's this? Oh, this is eyelash glue. We're going to use this instead. The only reason is because it works even better than glitter glue. And I'm going to take, this brush. I have been finding this angled, I'm going to show you guys in a minute. I have an angled eyeliner brush that I have been finding all day when I've been trying to find other brushes. And now that I'm trying to find it, I couldn't find it. We're going to take this angled brush from Wet n Wild, and we're just going to put like a tiny bit right there. Kind of in the crease area. Gonna clean off that brush, and we're gonna go with this glitter eyeshadow. And I actually almost think I want to use this from NYX Cosmetics. It is in the shade Glit. This is their Glitter Brilliance. I'm gonna try not to get it everywhere. Oh, I already did. It's too late. I'm really bad at using glitter. I get it everywhere. But on the same brush that we use for the glue, just because that's gonna allow me to get the same shape as the glue. As you can see, we're just adding a tiny bit of glitter to that area just to create a little bit of an exciting vibration. It's funny, people don't even say the word vibration very much anymore. They say vibe instead, and I guess I take things a little too literally. And now I'm just taking the brush with glitter on it and trying to speckle my eye just a little bit, just to get a little bit of a, a little bit of a twinkling situation going on all over the eye. So when the eyes are open, you don't really see the glitter. When they're closed, you see this little stripe of glitter going on, is what I meant to say. I want to go in with this red shade right here that is very loved. I'm a little bit nervous about using this shade because it is such a vibrant shade. But we're going to put this kind of in the same basic area, closer to the top of our little line. And then we're going to take that red glitter and we're going to pack it into that area. To create almost like a flame type situation going on. I'm kind of liking how that's looking so much, I'm going to take it up a notch. I'm going to clean off the brush, grab some more glue, and we're going to take it the rest of the way down. I'm going to do one eye at a time just so the glue doesn't dry before I'm able to get the glitter onto there. And I'm going to take this shade right here, and then I'm going to take that shade. So this shade's going to go right next to the red, and then the very outer area, we're going to do that darker shade. I don't know why, but that dark red is showing up kind of funky. So we're just going to have to go with it and hope that this look, because now it's starting to look kind of weird. I had a good vision in mind, but... not too bad. It is kind of starting to look a little crazy. I'm going to take this blending brush and just kind of flake off any loose glitter. And I'm going to take a little bit of the light orange from James Charles palette. Just kind of go above it to create a little bit of a more seamless look. Not as intense. As you can see, like this eye, the glitter is a little more intense and a little more smooth than this eye. But that's the cool thing about makeup, is it's about playing around with colors. I'm going to take this same brush we used for highlighting, but this time I'm going to take it on a shade from the palette called Mary. It was named after his mom. And we are going to add that on to the outer corner, just to add a little bit of a more neutral kind of vibe to the outer corner. And I'm kind of packing it onto the glitter, just so that the glitter does not look too crazy. I know that's kind of like a technique that nobody uses, but apparently now I use that one. And then we're going to go back in with that the shade You Are Kidding, just kind of blending it all over the eye to create more of a pop with that red. That way it's not just glitter standing weird on top of a very neutral kind of eye. So there we go. Now we're going to take a makeup wipe. I'm going to go find one. I know, they were literally right behind me. So I'm going to take a makeup wipe, and as you can see, I have glitter all over my face. And I'm sorry if I keep going out of view if it is zoomed in. I don't know like what's going to happen when I'm editing this. It's just because I end up going close to the camera just in case I'm not zoomed in. But that's the thing about my editing, is it's all about playing around, trial and error kind of a situation. So now that I have the face cleaned up, we're going to go in with the same brush, and whatever's on it, we're going to blend, blend, blend under the eye. I kind of feel like candy corn vibes, like Halloween kind of a situation. I do think the one thing that would make this look better is if I had, like, no glitter. Like, if I just put maybe, like, a highlighting glitter and just left it at that and didn't go in with the reds. I think this look would be even better. But you know what? I'm having fun. And I guess that's what's important, maybe. But now I'm going to take the shade It's a Party. We're using the Laura Lee palette on this one. Just on the inner area. Just to blend colors. And then with this very defined brush, we're going to take You're Kidding on the outer area. Now, this look would not be complete unless I put something in the waterline. So let me straighten up my legs. I need to get a pencil for this, but I've been using the Milk Jumbo Pencil from NYX. I just thought when I said the word milk, it sounded like Milk Cosmetics. Let's see here. Let me find it. I literally had my NYX pencil yesterday, and I have no idea where it went. But we're going to take this Laura Geller, it's a gel eyeliner in the shade Teal Waters, and we're going to put this in the waterline. So when you see fire, oftentimes you have a little bit of blue hue to it, and that's what we're going to try to create by adding a tiny bit of blue into the look. I was going to use, what I like to do, if I don't have an eyeliner in the color I'm wanting, I'll take a Milk Jumbo Pencil, like a white pencil, and I'll put it in the waterline, and then I'll put like some blue eyeshadow over. And what it does is it kind of makes the eyeshadow into a bit of an eyeliner. So it works really well for adding color into the waterline. So this just is going to add a little bit of a something something. So now we need to grab some eyeliner, so we can do the eyeliner. Let's see here. I need better organization when we move for my makeup, because I'm losing things and dropping things, and things don't have a place yet. So we're going to take the Lash Paradise eyeliner from L'Oreal and do a nice line. I'm going to try to make it not too thick today. This look could be considered tragic. It did not turn out like I was hoping, but I had fun, and that's what's important. And I'm still going to wear it to work because I created a look using some glitter and some oranges and yellows, and I'm going to wear it to work because I did it and don't want to redo it. The only thing I will say about this eyeliner is I do feel like it does not allow you to create a very sharp kind of V. It's just the way the handle is on it, or like the bristle is. But in general, it does create a nice black line. So we're actually just going to forfeit false lashes because I'm really not feeling them. And we're going to go in with my Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced on a brush. I was going to say on a brush. On the brush that it comes with. And we're going to put that all over the lashes. This one really makes your lashes look nice and long and separated. I wouldn't say this really makes my lashes look full as I'd like them to, but it does definitely add quite a bit of length to my lashes. Instead of the teal color or the blue, you could also do a green, because sometimes depending on how hot fire is, you do see a little bit of green. If I were to tell you to do something different in this look, I'm not very, like, proficient in the glitter industry, but I would definitely say maybe forfeit all the color glitter and just go with, like, the lightest shade of glitter. And I think one of the things about doing something like this and putting it out there for everyone to see is being able to admit, you know, maybe making mistakes and stuff, and helping people figure out how to make the look even better. Because a lot of people don't know how to admit when they mess up something, but you gotta learn. So now let's, I'm gonna put on some face makeup off camera and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and did a little bit of contour, bronzing kind of situation just to kind of give me a nice elongated kind of face. Let's go ahead and do some highlight and some blush. So for the highlighter today, I'm going to be using the strobe highlighter in the shade Lunar from Makeup Revolution. And today I want to use like an older blush that I got in a box. This is the Folklore blush in the shade Fetching. And I just really, really like the shade and think it would look kind of pretty with this. So let's go ahead and go in with a blush with a big fluffy brush from Real Techniques. I don't even know what number. Oh, it's number 300 from the Ruler of the Skies collection. And something, my biggest tip with blush, because I do this because I do it all the time, is to start kind of higher and then build the color down from there. The reason why is because oftentimes you'll grab a lot on your brush and not realize it, and then you like put it right there and then it creates, you know, issues. So we're just going to put a little bit of that on. Jaclyn Hill always says to put on a little bit more blush than you think you're going to need, just to make sure that it does, that's like to keep it from coming off easily. So now that we have the blush in place, you know what, we're going to put just a tiny bit on the nose because we can. And yeah. So now we're going to take a nice fluffy highlighting brush, if I can find the one that I like to use. That is never where it goes. I feel like this video is like pretty much turning into y'all watching me find things because I keep losing things. Okay, we're going to take a fan brush. I usually don't use a fan brush for highlighter, but I do like the way it looks. We're going to take it with the strobe lighter and go down the very tip of the nose. Nice long little look. Now my new trick for highlighter is to kind of bring it down a little bit just to make sure that it gives me a more natural look. Not just highlight it up here, but the sun also hits the front of your face. And so I don't know if you guys will use that, but that is a tip that I learned from someone. I don't know who, but it was someone for sure. Anyway, I'm just really talking at this point. I'm very tired. I did not sleep at all last night. So this morning is a lot of me just, you know, being weird. But that's kind of a normal thing for me. So, you know. And then for the lips, you could do pretty much anything. I am going to go in with a red. I've been wanting to wear this for the longest time. This is the Ulta Matte Lip Cream in Brilliant. It's more of like an orangey red, but I do love this shade. And this formula is actually pretty good. The only thing I would say, it is a little bit oily, but that's not too bad because it does dry down really nicely. It's just such a pretty color with like almost like an orange undertone to it. And usually in the middle where my Cupid's bow is, I have a very wonky Cupid's bow. It's not very even. It's kind of like not even defined. I was kind of cracking up the other day. Rosanna Pansina posted a new video where she did a full face of makeup using baking supplies, and she had said, you know, it's like kind of pretty much apologizing for the fact she has a genetically perfect Cupid's bow. Like, it's very defined. I think those are just so pretty because they just, you know, you don't need to put a whole lot of stuff. Anyway, but mine has always been kind of hard to use, so I always put like a little bit right in the center of the lipstick just to kind of make it look like it's, you know, supposed to be like that, because I can't get mine to be even for the life of me. But this is pretty much the look today. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Do you not? Oh, and last thing, a little bit of my Make It Last by Milani, one of my favorite setting sprays, and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this one for the first one in the Brights collection. I think it turned out pretty alright. Not hating on the look. The glitter is a little bit crazy on this side, but this side I think turned out perfect. If I could have got them even, this definitely would have been a better look. But I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. The next video we do will be doing like some yellow and green, because I did come up with a really cool look for that. Love you guys incredibly much.